know that the tap water most of us have in our cities and towns contain numerous chemicals bad for our health. And for people who don't know, you can go to ewg.org/tapwater and put in your zip code and it'll tell you what's in your water. Joe Rogan also claims that we consume a credit card worth of plastic a week. So if our only options are tap water with the chemicals or bottled water with the plastic, how do we avoid the plastics and the chemicals?
It's imperative that you clean your own water. I'll say that again. It is imperative that you clean your own water because the number one source of poison and toxins does come from the water. And I don't care if you have a well or if you have a deep well or how you're getting it, all the sources can be contaminated. And they predominantly, I've studied this for 10 years, arsenic is ubiquitous. And they use a Chinese formula that is arsenic-like, so that will likely not come up in any test. There's a lot of fraud that goes on in the testing agencies anyway, and they test for minuscule amounts. So just because you send it in for a test, it means absolutely nothing. But I see every single person's health improve when they start cleaning their own water. So the very least you can do is get a Berkey filter. Make sure it has, of course, it has those carbon filters, but you need an extra arsenic and fluoride filter that you put on the bottom, or distill the water. That's the very least, because that's very, very, very important. Because throughout history, how did large amounts of people get killed off? Through, water and public sanitation. Mm-hmm. And these days, it's not any different than that.
So if you distill water, I always heard that you lose certain trace minerals and it'll end up hurting you. Is that true?
I mean, the poisons are going to hurt you way more than the trace minerals. Right. Just eat properly, get good salt, like a Celtic salt or a Himalayan salt, a true sea salt. Yeah, I mean, you just want to get the poisons out. I've used distilled water for many, many, many years and never had a problem.
Awesome. That's good to hear. I think I'm going to start doing that now. It's so hard because you can't get true information from anyone out there. And it's the fact that you were, a practicing physician or a doctor. I mean, I don't know the actual terms, but it's so important. And we're glad to have you.